Hey guys, Ace is here from NetPlay and here's the third installment of how to create a WordPress blog and make some money with it. So far we've talked about in the first two videos is how to get your domain name first off, so your website. We talked about the hosting and how you basically get that all set up. And then we talked about in the last video is how to get into WordPress and get your theme and things looking kind of the way you want to. All right. Again, I'm showing you guys this on a very basic level. I don't want it to get too super complicating for you or anything else, because what happens a lot of the time when people start creating their blogs and start putting this all together is that they spend way too much time on trying to perfect the way that their website looks versus creating the actual content and just getting it out there. Okay, guys, and with the creating the content and getting your website actually up and running is obviously the most important part of being able to actually make money and start seeing success with your website, with your blog, right? Because if you're just spending hours and hours and hours trying to perfect it and make your website look amazing, there's no point in having the most amazing looking website if there's no one there to see it. Okay, so what I'm showing you guys is just a basic way for you guys to set up a blog, get everything going so that you can basically get going. Okay, so in the previous video I showed you how you can get into your theme, customize some of the ideas with your theme and how it looks. In this particular video I want to show you about pages and posts. So those are two big things that you're going to need, especially if you're starting a blog. Basically what the difference is and how you can set this up on your website. So first off, let's talk about pages. So I'm sure you can figure out what a page is by kind of what it sounds like, but I'm going to show you by going onto my actual website. So let's go back to netplaymarketing.com. Alright, so I can show you what the difference is. So a page, guys, is basically the differentials here. So if you see my home is my first page, start here is a different page where I have content that I can show people how they can get going on a website, how you can start doing that. So if you are obviously interested, since you're watching this video, you can actually find it on here as well, a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about. So you can go and start here as a separate page. Who is Aces? This is just a quick little biography and a little synopsis on me. And then that's its own page. So as you can see, these are completely separated pages, right, on my website. So that's what a page is. Now, if you go back to my home page, however, my blog is basically linked to my home page. So you scroll through here and you have like my 5 steps to converting a lead into a customer. That's my latest blog post. Then you can go down here to, where to go? There it is, growth, nope, not growth of focus. Stages of entrepreneurship, there you go, that's the next blog post I had. And then the one after that I had growth of focus, and this will continue growing through all my blog posts, right? So you can go on next page and then click on next page and then keep going on next page, and all my content is sorted by date. Okay, so these here are posts, okay, because they're actually integrated into one page. I hope that makes sense. So on here, even though if I go next page here, you'll see that here's another blog post for me, and it's basically sorted out on my website here, netplaymarketing.com/page2. And this is because this is linked all to my homepage. My homepage is my blog. Okay, guys? So that's where you find all this content. Okay? Now, let's go back to WordPress. So as you can see, WordPress basically hosts these things or categorizes them in two different formats: pages and then posts. So what we're going to do is, you already have one page, right? If you go back, if you remember the way the theme looked, right, it looked kind of like this. Right now you only have one page. One page is basically where your blogs are at. That's your home page. So if someone were to click on yoururl.com, right, this is what would pop up, right? This page here, and basically your first blog post or your most recent blog post would be posted on here. So let's start by doing that. Okay, let's go on posts, and here, if you noticed before, there was a post that said "Hello World," right? Hello World, I just started my website, whatever, on your WordPress, and so that's what this is all about, right? This is the first post that was posted. So if we go back to, I'm going to quickly show you so you know what exactly I'm talking about. Let's go back to themes for a really quick second, and I click on customize here. This is what your website's looking like right now, right? You got the blue background, the blue red letters which we changed, and this "Hello World." welcome to WordPress. This is your first post. Edit or delete it, then start writing. That is what is that page that we just saw over here on posts. So, right, hello world. That's the first post. So obviously you can delete this or you can edit this post if you want to. I'm gonna create my own one altogether so I can show you. So you can click on Add New. Okay, so when you click on Add New, this is the builder. Okay, this is your post builder that you can create. So the first thing is going to be the title. So this is going to be the title of your first blog post. So let's make that the title. My first blog post ever. Okay, so that could be the title of your post. From there, in here, you're gonna write your content. So let's write a quick little blog post. Hello, fellow bloggers. Oops. And welcome to my blog, all about gardening. I don't know why I'm stuck with this whole gardening theme, guys, but I'm just gonna go with it. All about gardening. Oops. Here you will find information all about how to, I don't even know anything about gardening, guys, so bear with me here. How to pot plants, buy the right I can't type today, guys. Fertilizer. Buy the right fertilizer and design your perfect garden. There you go. So there's your first blog post, guys. So this is going to be very, very basic. This is the way it's going to look. Obviously, you can modify things a little bit here. So an option here for you guys is if you want to center your blog, you can center it. You can put it to the right. You can put it to the left. You can put it all the way to the right. Obviously, some things work better than others. And then you can, it's a very basic sort of tool. If you've used Word or if you've used anything else, this is going to obviously the way you're going to be able to build your blogs. Now, the only thing that I would let you guys know about this is that you can obviously add media to this as well. So, for example, if we had a picture of a flower maybe that we want to add to this post, let's do that. Let's Google. Oh, there's Google. Let's see, roses. All right, let's go image. Cool. So we have pictures of roses here, right? The most generic flower that I can obviously think of. So I'm going to take this. These are some pretty big images, but it doesn't matter. So let's take this image here. I'm going to save it. Save image as to my desktop. Small red roses. Perfect. So I can actually add media. So if you click on Add Media here, okay, make sure that your cursor is going to be kind of where around you want your image to be. So I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to go Add Media. Then you can select file from your website from your hard drive. So it was on my desktop. There's Small Red Rose. Open. Beauty. And there's the previous image. So these images keep saving, guys, just as you continue to build logs. So you're going to have a big list here by the end of it. So I'm going to click on this guy, and I'm going to insert it into my post. Okay, insert into post. Ta-da! So as you can see, my text got kind of cut off and looks a little bit weird. So here's a little trick for you. Click on the image, and then what I would do is I would click on alignment to my left. As you can see, what happened there is now that the image gets pushed to the left, but my text is now written around it. So if I continue to write on here now, guys, my next line saying, no, I don't want a, there you go, the next line here. So enjoy all this content because it's going to be amazing. Okay, as you can see now, this is actually starting to look almost like a legit blog post, right? Almost like an article, right? We have an image on the side, you have this text on the going around it, so it looks like a blog post. It's pretty cool, right? The way that this is all set up. So what I would do, guys, is I want to show you how this post will actually look. So if you click on preview over here, sorry, it'll actually show you what your post is going to look like. Okay, so here's the blog. Here's the blog. This is exactly what it would look like if somebody were to log in. Right, we had the blue background, the red letters, everything else. And here's my first blog post ever. And here's exactly what we wrote. So this is what your blog post is going to look like, right? Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty legitimate, right? And so obviously on a basic level, this is what you can do. And as you can see, it was pretty quick for me to put this together, right? It wasn't very complicating. And what you can do is you can continue to set things up here. Once you've actually created the blog and everything's already accounted for and set up here, all you do is literally click on publish, and what's going to happen is it's going to publish this this website. Before I do that though, I'm going to show you guys another little trick that you can do just for your sake, and for the sake of you maybe posting links to your blog, is this change of permalink. This little option here, guys, is what it's going to do is it's going to switch the name of your actual blog post. So, for example, see as it says here, it says retirewithaces.com/wp/p equals 5. It's a very complicated name, right, for a blog post. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this. Whoops. Oh, you know what? I can't actually change this right now because I forgot to change the setting, which I will show you how to do. But what you can do is you can actually customize your blog. So as opposed for it to say retirewithaces.com/wp/blah blah blah blah, you can make it do like retirewithaces.com/first post ever. Right? That's a lot easier to remember than wp/p equals 5. Alright, guys? So I'll show you how you can actually change it so you can do that. It's just a matter of changing something in the settings, but I don't want to veer away from this right now. So for you to actually publish this, you click on publish, and what's going to happen now is you give it a few minutes, and that blog post will now be posted on your website. Okay, so when you go now to your own personal website, in this case retirewithaces.com, there's going to be a random post that says my first blog ever, and it's going to have this post that we just created. So that's how you create a blog post. So this took a little bit longer than I was hoping to do, so I'm going to jump onto the next video where I'll show you how to create pages. And for now, let's do that, and let's just get out there and have some fun.